funny because always to say the best is tricky, but I also enjoy doing Namor very much.
Okay.
You find from most of us, what we're doing is we're working all the time.
But you don't read it.
So we don't have time.
Oh, yeah.
So he tries to do the right thing,
Okay.
but he hates sorcery because he cannot control it. He can't defeat it.
McFarlane wanted to start writing something, and no one was ever able to guess. They'd say, astonishing Spider-Man, terrific Spider-Man. I said, no, just Spider-Man. And then I read it like 10, 20 years later and go, this isn't too bad.
Hello, nice to meet you, and welcome to Mexico City. It's your first time here, right? You will tell me.
Oh yes, first time here at the High City.
In the High City. Okay, my first question is, of all your career, which character is your favorite, top to draw?
It's difficult to say because I love drawing Conan and I love drawing Doctor Strange.
Oh, nice.
I went to Marvel because I wanted to draw Conan.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, that's your main objective.
And put Red Sonja in there too,
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But that was before they split now. You can't do that.
Oh, yeah. I would think, my personal favorite is Spider-Man. I just bought you a sketch, but I thought you would say Spider-Man for one reason.
Well,
I don't know.
Spider-Man was the first Marvel hero I really noticed and started reading when I was like 10 years old.
Okay.
But then very soon, I started reading everybody. And so I didn't discover Conan until I was like 13, 14.
Okay.
And it was post Barry Windsor Smith. It was the Buscema version, and somehow something about that world got my attention. Just like so many other artists who love drawing Conan. Lately, it's Liam Sharp.
Okay.
Probably seen his.
Yeah.
I've met him. I talked with him a bit, and we're good Facebook friends. So, it's that kind of thing where something about him to me always felt more real.
Okay.
But the heroes are fun to draw always. It was the idea. The colorful characters and larger than life, and the situations that are just bigger than your average story.
Okay.
And I think that's what I found very interesting, what I really liked.
Okay, so that would be then my next question. I think you already answered it. What would be the best comic or your favorite comic that you work on? That would be Conan, or what would be?
It's funny because always to say the best is tricky, but I also enjoy doing Namor very much.
Oh, Namor, yeah.
And I never had a chance to really do full Spider-Man stories, which would have been great.
Okay.
I would do like one Spider-Man or one Thor or one Avengers, fill-in stuff. But for a regular series, I think the Conan was probably the top for me.
Awesome. So the last question, what would be the best comic for you to recommend the new people that haven't read any comic at all?
It's very difficult now because, frankly, I don't read a lot of comics.
Okay.
You find from most of us, what we're doing is we're working all the time.
But you don't read it.
So we don't have time.
Oh, yeah.
We don't really have a lot of time, so I don't know. I mean...
anything.
Ask other stuff. But the new Conan stuff that Jim Zub is writing, it's very good. It's much closer to the original author who created him, Robert E. Howard.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So the whole purpose of the comics now is to be more like Howard.
Okay.
And so people get the feel of what the original idea was like. Because most characters now, they're like this, and then they go off in many directions.
Yeah.
But, we want the essence of who Conan is, right?
Yeah, the huge guy, powerful.
Yeah, but
Nice.
also the mentality, the fact that, in that world, there's no law, but he has a code.
Okay.
You know, he treats women proper. He doesn't rape the women.
That's a great point,
He doesn't
yeah.
attack the women. But so he tries to do the right thing,
Okay.
but he hates sorcery because he cannot control it. He can't defeat it. He hates wizards.
Nice.
But he'll take a guy with a sword any day, you know, because he's the best fighter, you know.
Awesome. Great answers. So thank you very much and welcome to Mexico City. Hope we can see you again very soon.
Great, it's so much fun.
Hello, really nice to meet you and be here here in Mexico. It's going to be quick. My biggest question for you is, in the era of Todd McFarlane, we know that you made the first Torment. You were the editor of the first Torment. How did you came with the idea of the first variant of comics specifically for collectionists?
Well, there was Marvel was doing more and more trade paperback collections, and Spider-Man has traditionally been very much like a soap opera, where there's no clean beginning, middle, and end, you know, except for something like Kraven's Last Hunt, which was designed as 6 issues. So it was a combination of a whole bunch of different factors. One was McFarlane wanted to start writing something, and despite rumors or what you see printed in some places, he didn't make any demands. He just says, well, you know, I'm going to leave Amazing Spider-Man, which you can imagine I wasn't too happy about because we were doing so well. And he was just going to look for something he could write as well as draw, and he didn't care if it was the lowest selling comic or just a backup feature and something. You know, he just wanted to go through the process of, you know, learning how to write as well. And it reminded me of when Todd had asked me why on Amazing Spider-Man the printing wasn't as good as Marvel was publishing the Epic comic books as well, which had better paper and better color and all that. And he couldn't figure it out. You know, like Spider-Man's a big deal, and a lot of these Epic comics weren't selling that great. So why did they have the better printing? So when I don't know the answer, I try to find the right person to ask. In this case, it was Marvel's director of sales at the time, a wonderful woman named Carol Kalish. And she's unfortunately passed away a long time ago now, but she did have the answer. She explained that Marvel wanted to keep Amazing Spider-Man and a lot of the comics that were sold on the newsstand as affordable as possible. And so that meant, unfortunately, using the least expensive printing and coloring technology. And, you know, so that made sense to me. We want Spider-Man to be successful. And so I was satisfied. I was going to tell Todd that answer. But as I was walking away from her office, she said, but Jim, if you ever want to do a Spider-Man comic on the better paper and all that, you know, maybe direct sales, yeah, we could talk about that. And at the time, the last thing I ever wanted to do was another Spider-Man title, because we were already doing 3 original Spider-Man comics a month, not counting annuals or graphic novels. It was a lot of material.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was too much. But one other factor contributed was, you know, Marvel was doing a lot of those trade paperback collections, as I think I mentioned. So, and Todd wanted to write, and I remembered Carol saying, if you ever want to do a fancy, you know, Spider-Man comic on the better paper. So I approached Todd after months of, you know, thinking he was gone. I said, what if we do a new Spider-Man comic? You could write and draw it, and I'll still be editing, and but it'll be on the nice paper and we'll use better color, all those things you wanted for Amazing. So it was an offer he couldn't refuse. And I had a lot of fun asking people in the office, guess what I'm going to name the new Spider-Man comic? And no one was ever able to guess. They'd say, astonishing Spider-Man, terrific Spider-Man. I said, no, just Spider-Man. So Todd was up for it. He was very, willing to learn. A lot of people were critical of his writing, but I just felt there was so much momentum that the combination of a new Spider-Man title that we could legitimately call Spider-Man #1 would just, it'd be crazy not to do it.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. Todd's a great friend. I just saw him at New York Comic Con. He was wonderful to work with. He's a very smart guy, and I'm surprised now. It's almost like he's doing more Spawn comics than there were Spider-Man comics back then.
It's crazy.
So it's very interesting. He's a great guy, and I loved working with him.
Awesome. And last one, what would be your favorite comic that you ever worked on, edited or write? Your favorite comic that you work on?
Oh, yeah, I don't really have favorites.
Or the best one that comes to your head?
Each one is an attempt to do the best we can. There are failures, and there are some things that don't quite come out the way we hoped, and there are things that come out better than we hoped. So, and there are things that at the time I think, well, this wasn't any good, and particularly anything I wrote, and then I read it like 10, 20 years later and go, this isn't too bad. So it varies, but I really don't have any favorites. Each it's like asking a parent, which child, you put a lot of love and care into each and every one. And some turn out great and some don't.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much for your time, and welcome to Mexico, and hope you see you again.
I hope so. I'm having a great time.
Awesome. Thank you.